All right, so I'd like to welcome everybody to We Chat Football. Today we're going to look at a review of the Premier League that happened over the weekend. We're going to see what the impact is for Liverpool and City drawing, what that impact the title race. We're going to see what the last minute winner for Arsenal. Those are some of the discussion that we're going to have today. How that impact Kai Havertz that find that last minute winner. He's been one of those players that's on the edge of everybody's flop of the season list. So we're going to see if that will change anything for him. We're also going to talk about the Chelsea getting demolished at Newcastle. What does that mean for their title race? And Man U looks like they're going to turn a corner with Ten Hag. So we'll see how that all works. Like, welcome to the show. Name is Ryan, as you know, and we're welcoming Riddick or RJ, whichever way he wants to go by. What's up, bro?
Not much, man. You ready to get into these topics?
Yeah, let's go. Right. So Liverpool, Man City. First game. We did a watch along for that game.
First off, I really don't understand why they always put such an important match as the first match for the week.
Bro. It took me like 2 cups of coffee just to stay up for that game. It was a little bit too early for my liking.
I know it ended in a 1-1 draw, but that's one of those games where you put like the last game on a Saturday, or that's a big game for a Sunday.
But, yeah, exactly. But they decide to put that
as an early kickoff. Really doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that too. It didn't make any sense. The game didn't live up because everybody's coming back from international duties.
Yeah.
And everybody was tired, so you could actually see the tiredness in everyone in thereabouts. So it made for a really hard to watch game. But
at the end,
Liverpool did it.
I think a 1-1 draw for that match was the best outcome for both teams. There are times in the match where I think Man City should have taken the match, actually win the match, but overall, a draw at the end of the day isn't bad for both teams. They still can progress forward on this, because after coming from international duties, knowing that they have Champions League this week as well, a draw with against a rival like that, it still gives them momentum going forward, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's a very good point. That's like a absolutely very good point to put forward, that especially for Liverpool with a brand new midfield, we just need a DM. And that game was calling out for a DM from Liverpool and stuff. But for the title race, it's going to make a very interesting title race this year, because again, this was away at City.
Yeah, and that's surprising, because I think the last couple of times Liverpool went to City, they lost. So last year, was it 4-1 defeat?
Yeah, but as a Liverpool fan, we don't speak about last year. We do not speak. We move. We don't talk about last year. Last year was a blip.
All right.
Last year was a blip, and that's one of the main reasons why we went and bought a whole new midfield. So we ain't talking about last year. Just pretend like last year doesn't exist.
Cool. If you say so.
But still, if it wasn't on the end of an international break, I wonder how the game would have actually turned out, because City was getting in a lot of areas where they were just popping triangles around us, and we were struggling to keep up in a lot of the game.
Yeah.
And Kevin De Bruyne was a big miss for City, and we have a big hole in our midfield that needs a defensive midfielder.
Then that really poses problems for the league when he comes back and he's fully fit, because you have a Manchester City team that is, I'm going to say, top of the table, with their best creative player out for half of the season, because I think he's coming back in December. So let's see the impact he'll have on the team,
But let's be honest, which De Bruyne is coming back? Is it the De Bruyne that came back from the last injury where it took a whole year to get going again? Or is it the De Bruyne that left off last season?
But it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, because the team still, to me, function properly.
No, again, the team is functioning properly without him, but we still have to ask the question: which De Bruyne is coming back?
To me, the De Bruyne, I don't think that really matters. But for the season, Man City's season going forward, him coming back for games in Champions League, the last end of the season, slowly working him back into everything. That is important for him, for them. So I don't think they're getting him back. I don't think they should be playing him every single game, or next game he's available 30-minute here and there, so he gets up to speed with everything. And then we all know how ruthless City can be when it hits March, April, and if they want to do a back-to-back in Champions League and win a fourth Premier League in a row, they're gonna need that. Do we want that to happen? No, but with all the pieces they have available, we have to.
It's gonna be a long season.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long season.
Yeah.
And talking about a long season, we need either this other team to step up if Liverpool can't do it, and that is Arsenal. And they got another late winner. A lot of people are complaining that Arsenal isn't playing the best football compared to last season. Even though that's true, I kind of look at it this way.
They have to me, they have a more experienced team. People are looking for flashy goal of 3-4 nil wins or 4-goal win. It's like at the end of the day, yes, those are good results, but a 1-0 away at Brentford is really good.
Yeah, and it's a tough place to go. It is actually a tough place to go. And no, Arsenal is setting a pace. They're slowly conserving energy because they're doing 2 competitions a week, which they didn't have last year. Last year they only had the league, and yes, they were in Europa League, but again, you can put a B team out for Europa League and you're good. This year they're in the Champions League, so they have to be doing a lot more rotation. And they ran out of steam at the end last season. Let's be honest. Arsenal ran out of steam when it came down to the end of the winning the league last season. And they might look at it this season and be like, you know what? Let's try to keep pace with City, not lose pace. We just play in first gear, try to get the points on the board, and then navigate December, January, and give it all once it hit February, coming up to the end of the season.
Honestly, I think they're in a good position, especially after that win against City. Yeah, it's a 1-0 win, but 3 points on the board.
Hey, 3 points is 3 points.
Yeah,
and they're top of the league.
Yeah, it gives them.
Even though I like to banter Arsenal fans, but they're on top of the league.
Yeah, it's that win against City was really good for them. So going forward with the fixtures that they have, they can keep momentum. So this kind of let the whole title race, top 4, top 5, if you want to call it, really interesting, because with them keeping up with what I call the top 2 teams in City and Liverpool going forward, really makes the title race interesting. I don't see anybody else keeping up with the 3 of them. After Arsenal, City, and Liverpool, I think it's a race between.
I think it's gonna start. I think either 2 or 3 teams are gonna start pull away.
Definitely.
Within the next couple of weeks. However, let's talk about the legend, Mr. Kai Havertz. Finally pop up with a winner.
Listen,
right?
In Kai Havertz's defense, and I'm not one to defend Kai Havertz.
Ooh, let's hear this.
Go on. Is in a very weird position where he personally has to speak up to let them know which position he wants to play. Because when I was watching him at Leverkusen, he was, to me, an attacking mid.
Okay.
When he was at Chelsea, I don't know where Kai Havertz was playing. Okay. He was on the wing. At one point, he was their striker.
At one point, he was their attacking midfielder.
And then a couple weeks ago, I hear was playing left back for Germany. So I really don't know what's going on. This goal for Kai Havertz is.
But he did score for Germany from left back.
So,
all right. So this is my thing. The pace of the Prem. I think that's just it. we see Timo Werner come over struggle. Another young German prospect that didn't like finish his learn his trade properly before making the big move.
Nah, I
And
don't think that's it. I still go back to I don't think they didn't play the type of ball game that would have benefit a Timo Werner.
And I'm not gonna say that. And the reason why I'm not gonna say that is Timo Werner missed a lot of goals.
Besides from him missing a lot of
no. But you can't say you didn't play the type of football if you're missing the chances.
Right.
Kai Havertz right now is struggling to get into the position to miss the chances. Whether he's playing behind the striker, whether he's playing out wide, he's not getting into the positions.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's a confidence level, and Mikel Arteta took a huge gamble bringing him in. Let's see how it works. But
at the end, it all depends, because again, it's a long season. They're in what? Are they still in FA Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you mean the Carling Cup?
No, FA Cup.
FA Cup hasn't started yet, so of course they are in. Everybody is in.
Everybody is still in. So
everybody is in.
You have a long
except
season.
If you play like League 2 or stuff.
You have a long season, so he will be important to the team, because we've seen what Trossard that came in and did, right?
But I'm gonna say this though: if Arsenal go out and sign a striker this January, that's the end of Kai Havertz.
But it's an end of a lot of players form. Listen, because I'm here. We have had this conversation, and I'm telling you that if they sign a striker, players like Martinelli and Saka, stat wise, will go down. Right?
And again, it's not signing a striker will let those stats go down. It's a type of striker.
And if you're gonna sign the type of striker we're talking right now is a goal scoring striker, right? Because we had this conversation early last season when Haaland was going to City, where I told you that with him there, De Bruyne won't be scoring a lot of goals, and you were saying De Bruyne is going to score, and I'm like, it's not statistically, it's not possible, right?
Yes,
somebody's going to score. It's not going to happen, because if De Bruyne is scoring, Haaland is scoring, everybody is scoring, that means City is going to score 150 goals in the Premier League. But
even saying that, De Bruyne ended up playing deeper last season, but then Gundogan stepped up with the goals. So
exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
So
it's not like Gundogan scored. It's not like he scored.
This is what I'm saying.
16 or 17 goals last season. It was just 8. Right.
This is what I'm saying.
If you look at the stats, he just scored 8, and that's a typical Gundogan thing.
Martinelli and Saka both had about 13 goals last season.
That's good. And then you got to add Odegaard into it as well. You got to add Odegaard, and Odegaard had what, 12 as well?
Yeah. But you have to look at it this way. Every team need a gunman. And if these players, and listen what I'm saying, if these players are the future stars that Arsenal are projecting these players to be, that the Arsenal fans are saying they're supposed to be, a striker shouldn't hinder, it should enhance to Arsenal, shouldn't impact Martinelli and Saka in that the fact that, okay, they might score less, but they should create more. Again, at the end of the day, this is a team sport.
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
it's a team sport. And it goes to me saying that I personally believe that when you have 2, 3, or 4 people in the team that is scoring, it is better. It's better for you. I honestly believe that, right?
Yeah, and Gabriel Jesus ain't it. He ain't scoring.
Who?
Gabriel Jesus.
But that's fine. He'll give you what, 12 for the season if he's fit. But but that's the thing. The norm is everybody is looking for this striker that's going to score 18, 20. But besides from Liverpool with Mo Salah, that's giving you your 25, your 30 goals.
Yes.
Every other team that has a striker that's giving them 15, 16, 20 goals a season, they're not winning the league.
But think about it this way, right? Every single top team have an out-and-out goal scorer that when the chips are down, you know that's a person that's going to bail you out.
Not necessarily, because when those out and out goal scorers are locked down, nobody else in the team is scoring.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that
in those games where he's locked down and nobody.
Yes. I'm not saying that these guys are not supposed to show up. I am saying Arsenal do need a person that they can guarantee that will get them goals. The rest of the team should chip in. I'm not saying that the rest of the team isn't supposed to chip in. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I am saying they need an out and out goal scorer.
All right.
Every team challenge has an out and out goal scorer. Tottenham have one for years that bail them out every single time. Manchester United, when you guys were good, you had one.
Yeah.
City
just get one.
And look how more potent City is right now. The first time they get an out and out goal scorer, then win a treble. No matter what you want to look at it, the first time they get an out and out goal scorer, then win a treble. So, and for over the years, City has out and out goal scorers. City had Aguero for years, right? So, yeah, that's it. But let's keep moving.
Yeah.
Newcastle 4, Chelsea 1.
We spoke about this game earlier, and you were telling me that Chelsea, you're going with Chelsea for this one. I'm saying, nah, Newcastle. But you're saying you're using the results of the City, the Liverpool game. I was like, that's Chelsea at Stamford Bridge.
And fair enough.
Stamford Bridge, Chelsea, and Chelsea are away from home. Two different teams. Were they at home when they beat Tottenham?
No, they were at White
Hart Lane. And I told you that it's because of the red card. And you say, oh, you're not using that as an excuse because when you went down to 9 men.
Yeah. I don't use red card as excuse for them win. The coach being dumb don't have anything to do with it either.
Yeah. All right.
However, Newcastle is a good team.
Yes.
Newcastle had a lot more players back than I expected, including Miggy, that was back, and Isak, that was back.
Yeah.
Again, honestly, I didn't know a lot of the players that came back were back.
Yeah, to me, I still see this Chelsea team as somewhat of a mediocre team. They have good stars, but I think they need an extra 2 seasons for them to say, yes we're ready. But I don't think they have the time for that. That's the thing. Like, if you give this, they don't. Like, if you look at it from the manager and a business perspective of it, Chelsea does not have that time. They need to be back in Champions League right now because them big. Like, let me ask you something. Who were their sponsors last season?
Okay.
These are part. Before you answer, these are part of the business that people need to understand. They went the first 8 games without a sponsor on their jersey.
No,
but their sponsor, no.
Yeah, bro, but it's the reason why they went 8 games without a sponsor for this season is not because they didn't have a sponsor. It's because the Premier League would not clear the sponsor. So it wasn't because they didn't have a sponsor. It was that Premier League wouldn't clear it.
Who was their sponsor last season?
Most of the sponsors that was there last season was under the Roman era.
Okay.
New owners will get their sponsors in. Right. It's no different than every other club. All right. Every other club change major sponsors throughout the years.
Yeah. No, but fair enough.
Hold on. Wait. My thing with Chelsea is this: it's a different approach to how a squad is built. There's a lot of investment in this Chelsea squad, which is like a football manager experiment. This is a football manager experiment. Whether people want to accept it, yes or no, this is what it is. Somebody tell them that it works in football manager and they just want to try it on the pitch, which is get a bunch of young players, give it a season cook. No, the other thing is this way where we have to look at Chelsea is Chelsea buy a ton load of players.
Mm-hmm.
This is a model which tell me say at least 70% of the players that them buy, they're gonna move them back on for a profit. Before them start actually invest properly into winning. So when I say invest properly into winning, meaning challenge for the league, challenge for Champions League, challenge for all of this. The owners them understand that this is gonna be a process. I don't think them are gonna expect to lose money. No, if them change one more manager underneath this young players, them are gonna get struck with FFP because it's gonna just kill the confidence of the players. Them have to stick with Poch. No, what I've seen from Chelsea from the start of the season up until now is a big improvement. An improvement saying, one, them kind of have an identity of where they want to play it. Now, taking into consideration, Chelsea is missing two of them starting centre back. Where is Badashile? He's that dude back. And
he's back.
Yeah, but him not match ready. He's back, but him not match ready. But come off a long-term injury. So him not match ready, and at the same time, they're missing them marquee signing for the summer. It will take time. That was their marquee signing for the summer. Not because they have more expensive signing for the summer, but that was the marquee signing.
Yeah.
It will take time. It will take a little bit more time than every other project.
If that's the case, though, I think, well, hopefully Nicholas Jackson can be their out and out goal scorer.
But it might not be, and that's not a problem. Like everybody looking at Chelsea and expect Chelsea, this new Chelsea project, to take full force in the job, and they expect it to be in a full force. Them waste last year with this project with hiring Graham Potter and hiring Frank Lampard as well. Right?
Yeah, then they hire Frank Lampard.
Yes.
This
is the third manager these guys under. It took Arteta 4 years to complete his project, but everybody expect Chelsea project to be completed in space of 1. Yes. Him want that no. So underneath that, we have to give them time, right? I seriously predict Chelsea will finish top 4 this year.
Okay.
And one of the reasons why is that, one, never expect Spurs to have such a good start.
But
nobody
expected but Spurs all for the last 3 seasons or so, Spurs have had a start like this and then drop off.
Yes. But who Spurs lose?
Harry Kane.
Spurs lose Harry Kane, and then get a brand new manager. Listen what I'm saying, really. Them get a brand new manager after a shit of a season last season. Nobody expected Spurs to be 26 points after 13 games with a brand new manager. A good start, but not such a good start. Let's be honest. Losing Harry Kane, everybody's saying, okay, then we're not saying they might get relegated, but the manager need time for work.
Yeah.
Him start excellent in the season.
Of course, yeah.
Right? My thing was too, I don't see Newcastle balancing 2 competition properly because I don't see them have the squad to do it. And I said to you before, until Manchester United clear out some players, them are gonna miss out on top 4. They might come 5th because we have United to come 5th.
Okay.
But I said to you, between actually 4th to 6th might be a matter of a couple of points.
Okay.
However, that's where I had Chelsea, but Chelsea needs some time. And moving on to Manchester United, because I don't know if you want to move to there, you want to move to the Tottenham results first, but we can move to United. Let's move United, because I might even skip Tottenham tonight, because that's just a joke. So move to United. You were kind of really, really, really worried about this Everton game, and I keep telling you that This is one of the easiest games you're going to play all season.
Listen,
and you were super worried, and I'm like, dude.
I wasn't super worried, right? But my concern was still there during the Everton game. Even though they won 3-0, there were times in the game where they didn't have control of the game, right?
Yeah.
And it's like
you're playing away from home.
Huh?
You're playing away from home.
Ryan, come on now.
Hold
on, man. Okay. It's like some of the passes that they're doing is like,
yes,
they're too predictable. They've been from last season. This has been happening, right?
And I keep telling you, give the manager some time.
Ryan, it is not about time.
It's about time. It is about time.
Understand. Give him time. Things will work out. But how me see the players them are work, how me see him tactics them settle, it really not make no sense. To me, I don't see why him still have Onana out. I do a 50-60 yard pass most of the time. That just lose the ball. You just lose the ball.
You know why? You know why?
Have more back on yourself.
You know why?
Why?
Because you rather kick it 50-60 yard and pass it 5 yards to Harry Maguire. We're going to lose it anyways on the edge of the 18 and score. That is the reason, really.
All right. Okay.
You know that's the reason.
Fair enough.
You know that's the reason. You rather kick it 60 yards and at least have man behind the ball.
I'm not really complaining.
But again,
at the end of
this is what I'm saying.
With everything we're going, them 6 in the league. So
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. There's a lot of overreaction towards this whole Manchester United thing. A lot. And I've been always saying that to you from last season. I've been saying there's too much over the top. One, you guys need to get rid of players that are toxic in that dressing room and start a proper rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When I say a proper rebuild, I mean a proper rebuild. Like, get rid of anybody who does not believe in the manager system. Mm-hmm. This manager might not be the right manager for you guys. He might not be the one for winning a trophy, but he can be the one who change the culture of the club from having player power.
Mm-hmm.
So when him decides that he needs to get rid of player and the board actually back the manager, it starts send a message to the dressing room, say, we're not going to keep on sacking managers because you guys fail to produce on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
There is no reason that this is a manager's fault when 1 week the players go out on the pitch and then perform exceptionally well.
Mm-hmm. And then the next week is just
not even the next week. The next half, they're nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
How is that a manager's fault? That is the players, right? The manager can't tell any of your other players then in your team where to run, how to run, where them need to be, and all that kind of stuff. When them just want to do it a while ago, and then second half them can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
We say a young kid come through, will play for this week. Defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
Him clear a couple ball off of the line and clear one off of the line. I'm like, exceptional. Him look right at place in the defensive mid.
Mm-hmm.
Garnacho, the fact that Rashford get moved from the left and Rashford look like say him a work for the manager this time is a big plus. Right? The fact that say Martial actually a play for somebody pick him up on a free because he now get re-signed to Manchester United, and I don't think if him leave under the circumstances of what of his performance over the past couple of years, not gonna be like another De Gea out of a club, and nobody want pick them up, not even on a free.
Mm-hmm.
So again, he might work for that contract. No. Where the rest of the team need to pull in, we need to see the integration of the dude that you guys bought from Chelsea, Mason Mount. We need to see Amrabat get integrated into the team. We need to see what happened when your other centre back come back, Martinez come back.
Yeah.
We need to see Ten Hag put out his strongest team and his strongest 11 on the pitch. You yet to see that this season for Manchester United.
Right.
as much as may you talk a lot and you keep on a go off against Manchester United, but here you are, 4 points off a top 4
6.
with
Oh,
4
4
points off top 4 with 13 games in the season, and you're above Chelsea, you're above Brighton, and Spurs have the best start to the season where everybody are rave, but yet still you're 2 points behind them.
True, fair enough.
Right? And again, people might put it and say, but we're not really playing nobody big yet this season. Who cares? Who cares? You play who is in front of you. And that's it. And talking about Spurs, 3rd loss in a row.
But so, we talked and we said once James Maddison is out, there won't be anybody to create anything for them, right? And it's been showing from the second, I'm gonna say the second game. Because the first game that they lost, who did it? Oh, they lost to Chelsea. The second game they lost was against Wolves. I think James Maddison was a big loss, but losing their defender, what's his name?
So I'm gonna say this.
No, when they losing their defender was a bigger hit to me, honestly.
Okay, the Dutch defender.
Yeah, right. I think losing him has a bigger effect than losing.
And what if I told Maddison? You that? What if I told that none of those have any effect on Spurs? What if I told that the biggest effect on Spurs is the manager? Is the manager.
Okay.
When they got the first red card against Chelsea, what was the score?
1-1. I think. I don't remember.
2-1.
2-1? Okay.
Yeah. Park the bus. I think, because what was the end of that score? Let me look at that.
The end of that game was 4-1.
Was it 4-1?
Yeah.
So it was 1-1 then.
Let's check.
Yeah. Check quickly and let me know.
4-1 timeline. It was 1-1 when they got the first red card. No, 1-0. 1-0. Because they got that red card and then that's what gave them the penalty.
All right.
And then it was 1-0 until 1-1 until like the 75th minute when Nicholas decided when they got 55 minutes they got the second red in the 55th minute. Okay, and then that's when everything got downhill.
So a couple of things happened in that game because I was watching that game. A couple of things happened. After they went down to 10, you put everybody behind the ball on the edge of the box until Chelsea for try to break it out. They pushed the line higher up. Van de Ven chasing Sterling pulled a hamstring. Right? Idoji chasing put in a tackle that caused him to get a red.
Honestly, that gave me for ref over again because one of those yellow, he didn't even touch the guy.
No. Idoji didn't forget a red from the first tackle. Like, come on now.
One of those. I think the first tackle he did not touch the player.
Really? This is a Liverpool fan asking
Ryan. The first tackle he did.
Yes, and this is a Liverpool fan saying.
The first yellow card he got. He shouldn't have gotten a yellow card.
And this is a Liverpool fan saying Diogo Jota and Idoji twice. None of them he touched him, and he got a red. I care not. No.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. The first that Jota yellow card. Yeah.
So, hold on, I'm getting that. Where's that? Yeah. So, just stuff like that. Just those little things in the game where if you drop your line back, you're left with a point. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Wolves away. 1-0 up until the last couple of minutes in the game. Put players behind the ball, you're left with 3 points.
Honestly, I'm not gonna say that
because yes, really,
that goal from that Wolves that Wolves goal, the 2 goals a Wolves score are 2 exceptional goals.
Yes, really, but
and then being there after the first goal and it go 1-1, there were so it didn't make any sense sitting back, holding out. You have to go for it, and both teams went for it because it was like you're playing.
Riddick. Mm-hmm. A point is better than none.
All right.
A point is better than none. You're leading one. If Manchester United leading 1-0 in the 89th minute and you lose the game 2-1, you are coffee manager to get sacked.
No, I'm not coffee and get sacked. I would be angry. Yes, because at that point, and this is what I always say, where I say City, Arsenal, Liverpool play. As soon as them score, their job.
Shut down.
What I see, no, not shut down. It's ball retention. So it's not ball retention.
But ball retention is also shutting down the game, because once you have control of the ball, you shut the game down. If you cannot control the ball.
The first goal, I think the first goal that Spurs scored was a counter attack.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, really. The fact of the matter is you're 1-0 up with, and you're heading to the end of the game. You put man behind the ball, and then if Wolves at that point in time, when you have 11 behind the ball, score a wonder goal, you hold your hand up and say, "Well, we do everything to reserve the win, but here we're leaving with a point."
I think. I think.
Let's move.
Spurs manager is learning he's rewatching that. He's rewatching that Antonio Conte interview of him going off against the players.
No. But listen to this
and really understand what he was saying, because there's no way Eric Dyer should still be there as their defender.
No, listen to this. That's beyond the point. That is beyond the point. 11 man behind the ball protect Eric Dyer. Again, no, you're at Aston Villa, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at Aston Villa, 3 offside for an experienced player. Now, that is a good defending from Aston Villa. But at some point in time, look across the line.
Yeah. I didn't watch the game. I just saw the scoreline.
I'm watch the highlights.
Me not really go with the highlights thing. Is that you watch the game or you're not?
Yeah.
Because I will show you the most important part of the game.
Yes, I know all of that already. Yes, I know all of that too. But again, you're into a game where you play with a very weak team.
Mm-hmm.
Again, he's learning on the job, but just as so you can give him praise for all of the wins, you can give him criticism. Say all of these games that them lose could be avoided.
Yeah.
Could be avoided. Because even me and you are one that said, what is happening when they play against Chelsea? Why the lines are high with 9 men?
Man decided to go feet that man.
And imagine Nicholas Jackson score a hat-trick and miss 5 goals. That is not going for it. So
go feet. No high risk, high reward.
Yeah, so we'll see what will come out of the next couple of games again with Spurs, and then we'll go from there. We keep it moving. We're going into the Champions League. All right, so we're going into the Champions League. So couple big games. I'm not going over every single game. Just like over a few.
The big games.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Just the big games. Tomorrow and Wednesday, because again we're running out of time now for cover every single game. This is going a bit longer than we expected, but you know how it going with our football.
Yeah. So far, Bayern Munich already qualified.
It goes a little bit longer.
Real Madrid already qualified.
No. We go by the game them. Go by the game them. So
but before we
Milan,
go by the game,
Milan, Dortmund.
I know who already qualified. So
don't care.
It's important or not.
Don't care. Let's talk about it. Milan, Dortmund.
Mm-hmm.
What you say? Because that's an important game. Before we go any further, that is an important game.
That will be an interesting game. I say a 1-0 win or a 0-0 draw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Atleti, Feyenoord, because I think that group is still open.
That group is still open. Let me check. Atleti, Feyenoord. Yes, that's still open. So that's a must win by both teams. But for some reason, I kind of like Atleti this season.
Okay. PSG, Newcastle.
Revenge game, PSG.
All right. With the Mbappe hat trick.
I'm not saying I Mbappe hat trick, but revenge game, PSG. I think PSG have this game right here. They're gonna use it to make a statement to everybody and to the group. So I say a PSG for this game.
All right, Barcelona, Porto. Two teams on 9 points.
After their performance against Rayo Vallecano, Barcelona should come out at home and win this.
All right. Manchester United, Galatasaray.
This is a must win by United. Must win by United. And Galatasaray, I think Galatasaray will put up a fight, but they have to go out guns blazing in this one. They have to win this game if they want to stay in the Champions League. Because at this point, I don't think they'll even qualify for Europa League if they lose this game.
It's big. But we keep moving. Sevilla, PSV.
For some reason, I'm not gonna lie.
Sevilla need a win.
Sevilla need a win, but our PSV is just playing too good.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Then we move to Arsenal.
Yeah, this is Lens. This is Arsenal all over this. Shouldn't have any problem with this.
Is this at the Emirates or this is in France?
No, it's at the Emirates.
Yeah, if that's at the Emirates, then that's game over. That's Arsenal qualifying for the next round. Yeah. And then no, not the last game. This is the last game that's happening on Tuesday, but it's Benfica versus Inter Milan. That's also an open.
That's on Wednesday.
No, that's the last game playing on Tuesday.
What do you mean? Benfica versus Inter Milan, 12 o'clock on.
Oh, Wednesday. Oh, sorry. My bad. Yeah. Last game we're covering from the Champions League. That's what I meant to say. Mm-hmm. Not the last game on Tuesday, but the last game we're covering for the Champions League because we're doing both days because we're not doing another recording for that. So what do you think? Benfica, Inter?
Give me a sec.
So Inter is on 10. Mm-hmm. Inter already qualified. Yeah. So that's a throwaway game. So we don't really care about that.
I think this one is more about bragging rights because I think the last time they were in the group, Benfica got the best of that group. I think it was last, so I would go Inter for this one.
All right, and that brings us now to the main course of the night, which is we hailing Mary. So we're doing that parlay. That's hailing Mary. So we're gonna Hail Mary for a couple of games. So let's see now. Give me a second here because I'm really slow on this thing. So all right, let's go.
Over the 2 days for Champions League?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So you wanna do my parlay, my way of parlay, I wanna do your way of parlay. Which one?
Listen, I am just going to do teams to win.
Ooh, right? I hate that really.
Nah, no, your way I go take too long. That's a off year type parlay. That I go take too long.
All right, so hold up. Let me get this ready. All right, so are we doing every single team in the Champions League? Or are we just doing
if you don't like it, you can skip it. Like Lazio Celtic game.
So you say Lazio?
It should be Lazio. To me, that's a cripple fight. So, but yeah, Lazio should get the best.
But Lazio need a win.
Lazio need a win. Yeah.
So all right, so we'll go Lazio.
Shakhtar versus
no, skip that. AC Milan versus Borussia Dortmund.
What team to score?
Yeah, bro, you said you're going for wins. You said you just predicted wins. You said you only predicted the team that are winning, man.
All right. This is a tough one.
Where is it? Where is this played, by the way?
It's in Milan.
Oh, draw.
Draw? All right. We'll go with a draw for that one.
Barcelona, Porto, Barcelona. Atleti, Feyenoord. Atleti.
Yeah.
City, Leipzig. City. Newcastle, PSG. Galatasaray, Manchester United.
I'm going United.
You're going United?
Yeah.
Okay.
United. I'm leaving that Sevilla PSV game because I think Sevilla I try go back to Europa League.
Them not going in. They're Liverpool. Anyways, let's keep it moving. So Arsenal and Lens.
Arsenal, yeah.
Arsenal. Bayern Munich, Copenhagen, Bayern Munich.
Yep.
Benfica, Inter Milan. So we're going Inter Milan.
Yeah.
And Madrid, Napoli. Oh, we didn't even look at that game.
Because I think Real Madrid already qualified.
Do they though?
Yes. 12 points. 12 out of 4 wins out of 4. 12 points. They already qualified.
Oh, that's why. And Napoli. So what do you think? What do you think about the game though?
Madrid to keep a good.
Keep the momentum going.
Yeah, keep the momentum going. Keep a clean. They'll try go 6 out of 6.
Yeah,
5. What?
No, 5
playing at the group, Ryan.
Yeah, but this is match day 5 coming.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. They're gonna try going 6 out of 6. So beat Napoli and beat the other team. So
and Sociedad versus Salzburg.
Sociedad versus Salzburg. Sociedad. I'll go Sociedad. At home, I'll go with Sociedad.
All right, so Sociedad. All right, so
$200 is giving 405,000. That's all.
Yeah, all right, so the odds for that is 1,353 to 1. Again, we're just having some fun here. We're not telling anybody to gamble. We're not telling anybody to place a bet on it. This is just part of our show that we do every week on We Chat Football. At the end of the show, we will try to throw a Hail Mary in there and see what happens. If it comes through, then we donate to charity, because that's what we do over here in We Chat Football. So this is a wrap. See you on the other one. See you on the other side of the Champions League. Once this is done, then we talk about the result of this. That would be on Thursday's show.
Okay.
Or Friday. Yes, Thursday show we talk about the result of the Champions League, and then Friday we talk about the upcoming games, the Premier League, what to expect, and all that kind of stuff, and then we move.
All
right. So from me, from Riddick, saying peace out, and enjoy the rest of your day, people.
All right.
Like, share, subscribe.